Hello everyone, I am Tacit and welcome to the Gems of War Campaign 10, week 3, day 3. So today, of course, while we didn't have a patch yesterday, we did have a introduction of some 6.3 mechanics kind of being added to the game. Obviously they were already kind of here for some time, however, it's been a little bit more accessible this week as far as those mechanics. So we got 6 new pets and 6 new weapons during the 6.3 patch. The second one of the weapons have come into the Soulforge this week. The first time the first one came out, it actually didn't come out until the Friday of that week because they kind of forgot about it, but it did eventually come in. However, this one did come in at the appropriate time on Monday, yesterday, and still is around, or sorry, 2 days ago, and is still around today. Of course, the Bright Forest Shimmer Scales Wing. This will be available for the rest of the week, but there's that one, and the other 5 weapons end up coming in. But there are also 6 pets. These 6 pets are actually already in the drop table, and they have been since 6.3. However, you have to go through the whole RNG of actually getting them, and essentially they give a bit of a bonus to a specific troop. For example, this one right here that we have today is giving extra bonus to the Shimmer Scale troop. And aside from that, each one does something different as far as which one they end up doing it for. Like this one does it for Shadow Hunter, this one does it for Virus, so on and so forth. But yeah, they were added last patch. A little bit of a smaller add-in that a lot of people probably don't have yet. And hopefully it'll start rotating all these pets, because this will be a guaranteed way that everyone can get them without needing to worry about the RNG of finding them randomly through the pet rescue system, which is very clunky. Since the more pets that come into the game, the harder it is to get any individual pet that is new or that you don't have. Anyways, let's start with this, as we do need it. I think my guild has gotten to Cloud, though I wasn't online during the time because it was in like the middle of the night. However, we could definitely get this egg. It's been available all day. Will continue to be available for the rest of the day. And yeah, let's go get our first one of the 6. Most of them are pretty useless. The type of troops that they buff are pretty underwhelming. Like this one doing Shimmer Scale is not going to make Shimmer Scale any more viable. Well, technically it will make it more viable, but you know what I mean. Like it'll make it stronger, but it's not going to make it strong enough to justify it. I think the best one will probably end up being the Shadow Hunter one, as Shadow Hunter is somewhat usable in the same as Bonnie Rose. Like Shadow Hunter and Bonnie Rose are like ever so slightly usable in the current state of the game. More so Shadow Hunter later in the game, but they're so situational. You tend to not bring it out. Bonnie Rose is like a weird alternative gold team troop. And Shadow Hunter is mostly used if you want a really, really big first poke, which sometimes, depending on the math in a given battle, will be enough to kill, but often than not will not be enough to kill. Though it is used for some side events, like for example raids, if you happen to be restricted where you can use it. It'll normally kill the other units because that Zugov has so much more durability. Oh wait, never mind. Doesn't it auto hit strongest? Never mind. It wouldn't actually kill the Zugov then because of higher durability. Or would it end up doing it then? Like, there's almost no situation unless the enemy has, like, a really weird mix of durability. But even then, I'm pretty sure it's, like, ever so slightly short. Is that the first weapon from 6.3? No, it is actually the second. I never covered it in a video, on a Monday video, the other one, because it came in on Friday. They're supposed to come in on Monday, which this one did. However, the very first one was during Pride Lands week, when Rope Dart was available. The video didn't mention it as it didn't come in until way later in the week. I did mention it on every stream that week, or that weekend I should say. But there was never a video specifically on it, just because it came in way later than it was supposed to. But yeah, that's the second one. If you did miss out on the first, of course they do rotate whenever they come around. So whenever Rope Dart is available, that one will also be available again. They're pretty useless weapons, though, just for completion's sake and getting stars on kingdoms. You're realistically never going to use any of the 6 weapons. Go to water. Anyways, let me go say hello to everyone. Hello! Let's start from the top. Hello, Sushi Ninja. Hello, Isabel. Hello, Clipbomb. Hello, Ricardo. Hello, Cookie. Hello, Dwight. Hello, Draco. Hello, Clipbomb. Hello. Why is it not scrolling? Wait, why on earth is it scrolling in the other bar? 1 second. That's so weird. Oh, I see what happened. Hello, Roman. It was, I was confused because it was scrolling the horizontal bar, which I've almost never seen before, but it was because, I like clicked into the mouse. I see. That's so weird. Anyways, hello, Henry. Who did I say hello to? Hello, Dwight. Hello, Andrew. Hello, everyone else. Welcome, welcome. Let's see, answer that. Will I max this pet? No. I am not going to be maxing these pets. Unless I'll check the kingdom to see if it's relevant to. But if it's not relevant to for the kingdom, we probably aren't. And I believe this is one of those that is not within the category of relevance. The ones that would be relevant are the ones that barely have any pets maxed to begin with. In which case, having another pet max would be beneficial. However, I don't believe we need this one max. Let me double check. So if I go check on upgradable, let's just go to pets and upgradable. We should be able to see it. Clear out filter, upgradable. So as far as this egg, it is associated to, oh, duh, Bright Forest. So let's bring up, it is Bright Forest week after all. Let's bring up Bright Forest. Yeah, we don't need it. We already have 4. The only one we don't have max is the muffin, which is the 5-year anniversary muffin for Gems of War. Which, what anniversary are we coming up to now? This will be the 8th anniversary, right? Yeah, I think this should be the 8-year anniversary of Gems of War. Yeah, this was this was pre-pandemic actually. Yeah, wasn't this the 2019 yeah, it would have been 2019 November. So yeah, this is the pre-pandemic muffin. But yeah, we don't need another one. We already have 4 max ones. However, while I'm here, I will go upgrade the little shimmer scale thing. So what does this even do for it? +1 skill points. What? It just gives +1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to all skill points on that one single troop? That's rather weird. That's not a lot. So like what we did just now is just give 2 to all skill points to the shimmer scale troop. Which, you know, that's more than what it had before, but it's not going to do much to that kind of troop. They're already relatively useless, and if every useless troop got like 5, 10, even 20 extra stats, they would still pretty much be useless troops. Like, that wouldn't change it. Like, Ogre almost had that kind of happen to him. And while it made him good for Arena, it didn't really make him good in, like, any other context. Let's see. Like, Ogre kind of has above average stats. Because it has such a bad ability, they were like, yeah, we'll go and give it higher stats. Because a lot of people were mentioning it earlier. Way back when, like 7 years ago, you know, like near launch. But yeah, they buffed up his stats, and you know that made him good in Arena in theory. But you're still never going to use him. His abilities are atrocious. What is this for? Oh yeah, the pet master. I was gonna say, what did we get that little thing for? Yeah, that was just for upgrading our little pet. Anyways, where were we? So we did out all the pet stuff. Definitely make sure to do this. This is the most relevant daily to get done today. However, let's go and mess with the other things real quick. And then we'll go and probably go on the hunt. Actually, we'll probably do Ward Event. Oh, good. We got a nice variety of keys here today as well. But I'll probably go do the Ward Event and then focus on farming up Explorer. Also, I'm not sure why. My Mimic counter is not showing up. I'm clicking the button and it's not becoming visible. It did the same thing again. Is it because it's layered too far down? Is something layered over it that I'm not aware of? Let me see. If I bring this all the way to the top, will it show up? No. Oh wait, what if I did this? Oh, there we go. Okay. That's weird. Yeah, there's our Mimic counter. Hello, Mimic counter. That's strange. Anyways, there's our Mimic counter. Counting our Mimics. That is up to date for our current total as well. I have been keeping track of them. I also still have the number from when we originally got the Horde Mimic. But that is our current total on Mimics found. Oh, Puzzle Quest 3 had an update? Ooh. They just hit an update 15 minutes ago? Did they do anything juicy? Yeah, I still haven't been keeping up with that game. As of recently. We will be revisiting it at some point, though. It's just too much of a daily time investment at the moment, so I haven't been doing it. Game still has a lot of potential, though. Curious to see what state it'll be in once it's officially out of beta. Actually, that's another game I haven't been playing, like, at all since then. Darkest Dungeon 2. Darkest Dungeon 2 has probably had, like, 5 updates by now, and I haven't played it since, like, launch. Or, you know, not launch, but, you know, it's like pseudo-beta launch. It's hello, Bill Warhammer. Welcome, welcome. What do we need here? Yeah, I'm pretty sure Darkest Dungeon 2 by now has like 2 or 3 zones. Because it was going to be divided, unless they've changed it. It was going to be divided into 5 sections. The first section was completed for the start of the beta. The second one happened in a patch at some point earlier. And I would assume by now they're almost at the third. Assuming that's still their plan. We need your help matching out the incoming Kingdom event scoring. Or mapping out. Which one are you referring to? Kingdom event. Kingdom event. We still have a ways to go on that, though. The Kingdom event's not happening for another 3 weeks? Oh, you meant for Puzzle Quest 3. Oh, okay. I'll double check that later. I see what you mean now. I was gonna say, because the one for Gems of War isn't coming in for like 3 weeks. It'd be a little early. Because we probably don't even know the parameters for that one. Anyways, we did that. Let's go clear out the world event, where we basically just keep clicking this button over and over again. Because that's the only spot that's actually going to have the battle we need. Because all the other spots are very bad battles that we don't want to take, the ultra rares. That we're going to want to skip on. So hello, John. Hello, Joni, and welcome. Hello, Valraven. We need that Valraven. How close are we on this event? I feel like we're still got a ways to go. I don't think anyone in the guild's going for a leaderboard. Oh no, we're actually getting pretty close. No one's going for a leaderboard, but we have a few people going really high. And I'm very low. Oh no, Cookie, you haven't done your battles yet. All good though. Guild's almost done anyways. We're pretty close. Oh yeah, it is a Wednesday. What was I thinking? It was almost a Tuesday. Yeah, that makes sense that we're almost on the final tier then. Because generally we get it done by Friday, I would say, on average. Give or take, depending on how the week goes or what other things are going on that week. But I feel like on average it gets done by Friday. Puzzle Quest 3 things, yeah, that makes sense. All good. Let's see. Is that enough to kill? No, not even close. We'll take that. Have you tried Essence of Evil, 2Bs, and Sycorax? I've tried similar teams. Normally, I don't try blocking on green, unless you mean for this current event that we have right now. In which case, no, I haven't. Because for a normal team, you generally wouldn't want to block on green there. But yeah, the team you mentioned would work. It'd probably be better with double Truffle in that context, though. Because Truffle loops better than B. Assuming you're using it for the Ward Lore event. Because there's not really much you're going to need to cleanse out of in this mode, if anything. Like, there's no freeze, there's no... Oh, it might be entangle, but it doesn't even matter if you're entangled for the most part. Like, freeze is about one of the only main things you would need to, and I'm pretty sure there's no freeze in this mode. And Truffle would supply more consistent damage. Because the main reason Beatrix even used that all out in, you know, like, PvP-like situations is mostly because of how much stats effect there is. Because when you're fighting normal, like, random AI teams like this, they generally have a lot less stats effect compared to player-made teams. Like, way, way less. Whereas almost every single hero-based team is based around, like, Elementalist or Frost Mage freeze, Elementalist freeze, something with, like, a freeze burn start, or, I mean, a freeze entangle start, and other similar things. Whereas when you're fighting these kind of teams, most of that mechanics don't show up, luckily. And Gargoyle Gem isn't so oppressive that you actually need to counter it, luckily. That's one thing I've actually really liked about it. This might actually be among one of my favorite gems. The power gems. Because it's just good enough to be decent, but not too good to be intrusive to an average battle. Which is actually a pretty nice balance for once on them. Still have to say that potion gems and stuff like that are a little bit more fun. But from a balance perspective, I feel like this is like one of the best balanced power gems. Where it's not too weak, not too strong, and not too annoying. Because those are the 3 parameters to try to avoid. If it's too weak, it's basically like Bomb Gem. If it's too annoying, it's basically Lycanthropy all over again. And if it's too strong, it's basically like Wild Card or Potion Gem. Though if they're too strong, they can be fun. Or even Wish Gem could maybe be under that category. Yeah, probably Wish Gem. Wish Gem was insane. Like, you could just empower all 8 troops in play some of the time. Or your entire team, or half your team. Like, that was pretty broken. It was just very random what it did. In a very powerful way, though. I think this is our final battle for the World Law event. If it is, we'll go hand out the code after we finish this out. Yeah, it is. There we go. Yeah, we'll go hand out the code. Which reminds me, I should probably go remind Kafka of the codes. Especially if they're going to be busy with a patch next week. Because there's a chance we're getting a Gems of War patch pretty soon. Especially if Puzzle Quest 3 just got one this week. Oh, how am I looking there? Alright, we're good to go. Alright, let me go hand you guys out a code. Of which we have about a week's worth left. Oh yeah, I don't have them open right now. One moment. Let me go dig up our code section. Which, apparently... Gosh, I gotta scroll like a mile. Let me go move this back. Just to get to my codes. 1 second. Just dragging them all the way back. There we go. Let me go grab this code right here. Click save. Go to our nice shiny code section so I can go hand it to you guys with the link. Luckily, the computer is nice and freshly restarted, so it's not lagging. Yeah, whenever the other computer is not restarted, gosh, does it love to go slowly. But it is freshly restarted. After being rested for a good portion of time. There you guys go. There's a redeem code used on gemsofwar.com or for the game code section. Your invite code can be found in your settings menu. Whatever game says right over there is where you put in for your invite code. Redeem code's right over there in chats. Copy paste or random numbers and letters starting with 6x. And it gives the same word as always. 2 treasure maps, 1 gem key, 200 souls, and 2,500 gold. Too bad it doesn't have 6 times the loot. But same loot as always. There you guys go. If nothing else, we handed out like 1 billion codes last week for the 100th Guild Wall. Anyways, so that's all the things. Let's go and hunt ourselves some mimics, and hopefully we can actually find one tonight. And if we do find one, hopefully it's actually relevant. Because we've been getting some pretty bad mimics lately, some pretty good ones too. Like the double initial one was only a few weeks ago. But we've been getting some pretty horrible ones as well. To balance it out. How is there not a single skull on that entire board? You think somewhere there would be. Also, I wonder whenever we're finally going to get another troop that could be Explore 12 meta. We've gotten a few things that can kind of be it, but I just prefer using Zugoff. It's been a while. Like, what was the most recent one that could kind of be used for it? I'm trying to think. I know there was one somewhat recently. I already forget what it was, though. Oh, yeah, Wild King. Wild King is the closest they've gotten to Zugoff alternative in a very long time. We were actually doing that for a couple streams. It is, it can actually go slightly quicker than this team. But I believe its average is around the same. So it really depends which one you like doing more. Its average is either the same or ever so slightly slower. Even though its quickest win is quicker. It's used quite a bit differently though, and I prefer the playstyle of this one. Though the other one is the closest I have seen a new troop get to being a new Zugoff for Explore 12. It's actually pretty strong. I haven't used it much since this launch week though. Even though it hasn't gotten any weaker. Also, oddly enough, I did not use it for Guild War. I believe that was the first Guild War we could have used it. The most recent Guild War, but I didn't incorporate it into any team. My biggest concern with it is it can backfire even harder than Wild Queen, which was one of the main reasons I was trying to avoid it. And of course, we were trying for a flawless Guild War week, which we did succeed at. We actually did go flawless last Guild War week, because our main goal was try to get flawless Guild War. And luckily, we were able to achieve flawless Guild War. And we did it without him, though. We didn't end up utilizing him. But I don't know, it's worth considering. We might do it next Guild War where we don't care as much for going for a perfect flawless. Even though I do kind of still want to go get it. Because that'll be 100 Guild Wars since we last made a perfect Guild War week. Or, you know, got first place in Bracket 1. We'll be in Bracket 3 if I'm not mistaken, which isn't quite the same as Bracket 1, but I don't know, we can still try again. I feel like the guild's just going to go straight back down, though. We'll see what happens. If nothing else, we're going to have 1 billion extra stats because we're going to be Paragon. Hey, we already found the Mimic. Look at how quick that was. Let me go update our number. Oh wait, let me not update it yet. What if it's a 5 times? Because the 2 times number is not how many 2 times we've actually found. It's the number of 2 times we found that weren't 5 times. Because I keep track of them separately. Even though theoretically every 5 times is a 2 times. Let's see what we get here. Nope, just a 2 times. What do we get? No! The average of average. Aw. But hey, still Mimic. There we go. AD as well. Double 8s. And that brings us to a total of 102. Right? Yeah, 102. Oh, we're only that far beyond 100? Gosh, it felt like weeks ago when we got a 100th one. But I guess it was 2 or 3 weekends ago. But, yeah, that's so weird. We're only 2 above 100? Could have sworn we got a bit more progress than that. Apparently not. Because that's 102 then. Oh, we've gotten very little chests. So in all fairness, last week we got like 0 because we were doing Guild War. And in the previous week, I think we just got unlucky. And that previous weekend was when we actually got it. Or, you know, the further progress the other 2. At least 1 to 2. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. But we've definitely been farming it a bit less compared to prior to having the troop. But I kind of already knew that would happen. Like, obviously we haven't stopped farming Explore 12 once we got the Horde Mimic. But the amount that we farm Explore 12 has definitely reduced, obviously, since we've gotten the Horde Mimic. We've still been doing it. It's definitely not as much, comparatively. And if nothing else, this is a good week to go and farm it up. Since there isn't as many events going on. We do have a new faction thingy going on this weekend, though. I'll be starting this Friday, of course. But unless we're getting a patch soon that's going to be updating Deep Delves, there isn't much being added with them. Like, we're getting a new troop. But beyond that, it's pretty much just a standard faction event. Oh, that reminds me. Don't we need to buy it up? I almost forgot about that. Because it's not going to be in the drop table for shards. Oh, do be mindful of that. I should probably mention that too in the video. It is not going to be in the shard drop table. So you're going to have to get it through either gems or wait like a month to go get it in the portals. Which reminds me, has the previous troop actually been added to portals yet? I never actually bothered checking. Because the last time I checked like a week or 2 ago, it definitely wasn't. But by now, they might be in the portals. And if not by now, definitely by Friday. Because that would be when the next one comes out. Let me go double check. Is he in portals yet? I feel like he should be by now. Okay, he is? Okay. But yeah, it's supposed to be 4 weeks after the fact, and it's currently 6 weeks after the fact, so that would make sense. Yep, there he is. There's Burning ellcarjen. This one was the one from the previous one. We're going to be getting another one this weekend for this one for Crypt when we get it. However, it will not be in the portal drop table like what we just opened. You'll only be able to get it for gems for the first 4 weeks. So if you want to get it with Chaos Shards, you're going to have to wait about a month, pretty much late July, until you can. And it's going to be for the Crypt Keepers, the event for this Friday. A red-blue faction, or sorry, red-purple faction. Anyways. Yeah, we're going to be getting that this Friday. I believe the troop was useless. Let me actually double check. How good or bad was the troop? Last I recall, it was underwhelming. Oh, I typed Terrence Road wrong. There we go. Double check. Let's see the troop. System's coming in this Friday. We went over last night, and I already forget what it does. Already forget. Gosh, that is such a white screen. My eyes! I forgot that one doesn't have dark mode on. Let's see. So this one is an undead beast. Oh yeah, I remember what it does now. Just looking at that, it's like, oh yeah, I remember. But yeah, it's a it's not going to be usable. I was mentioning if it does 2 of these things, it probably would be. It has Jinx, which if you can get a lot of Jinx, can actually be okay, but in the current state of the game is not that usable. It does mana drain it drains 7 mana from an enemy, and then either Death Mark silences or curses all enemies. Oh wait, the mana drain's only for the target? Oh, this is even weaker than I thought. I thought this was drain all enemies and do that effect. But it's only an enemy. Oh wow, this thing is super useless. Never mind. Yeah, I thought this was full AoE drain into full AoE effect. But it's only single target drain into full AoE effect. Oh, that is really bad. Hold up. Never mind. Yeah, that's not going to be usable, like, at all. So far, both the 2 new troops have been really bad, which is really weird because they're epics, and we have some really good epics. Like, if you compare it to, like, Harpy Mage, like, Harpy Mage is among one of the better mana accumulators in the game. It's basically second turn gargoyles in many game modes. I mean, second turn Leprechaun, I mean, which is decently strong. But, yeah, it's so weird that they've been doing, like, ridiculously weak ones. Because so far, we have not gotten a single viable new faction troop. Of course, we've only had 2. The one we already had, the Clarion, and the one coming out that we just showed this Friday. But so far, the selection has not been that good for them. Puzzle Quest 3 now shows everyone in the community Dragon's Peak is #1. Nice! Oh, there's actually a leaderboard. Oh, I need to screenshot that later. Oh, that's funny. Maybe I might need to help with the grind a little bit too. Thank you, everyone. Nice, we're the #1 guild in Puzzle Quest 3. And it shows we're the #1 guild in Puzzle Quest 3. That's probably not going to last forever. But for this exact moment in time, we are the #1 guild in Puzzle Quest 3. Which is kind of funny, given I have not played the game for like 4 months. Though we played the game very heavily initially. And recruited pretty well during that time. Also thanks to Isabel, who's been doing a lot of recruiting too. Especially since we've been gone. Are we far ahead? I know there was another guild that was kind of close. Are they not playing anymore? Because there was another guild who was like almost neck and neck with us. Unless they were like inflating their numbers and saying higher in public than what they actually were. But last I recall, there was a guild that was like nearly our exact score for a while. Look at my DMs. I'll look at it later. Because there was many times they were within like thousands of us. Like nearly the same number. But it could be that they're not active as much anymore. Or at all. Let's see. Also, I still never went for that final achievement in Puzzle Quest 3. We should probably do that at some point. Who knows? Maybe we'll even stream it. We should do a Puzzle Quest 3 soon again. Stream again. Just to see all the changes and everything. Catch us up to speed to the current state of the game. Just like a one-off long stream of it. Go for the achievement we're missing and see what the current state of the game's at after like 5 months. We're almost 500,000 ahead? Whoa. Unless they change how the scoring works, that is a very big number. Because last I recall, realistically, isn't a guild only getting like 10 or 20,000 per week or something? Generally. So to be 500,000 ahead, that's a very big number. And that's the scoring for that has changed a bit. Though I know you can infinitely farm it now. Oh, yeah, we got an Anu. Because that changed things quite a bit in Gems of War when, you know, they added 3 trophy compared to 1 trophy. Because there was a system, like before, there was, I believe, a point where, like, almost everything only gave 1 trophy, with, like, a few exceptions. But then they added trophies to, like, everywhere in Gems of War. Like, Explore didn't used to have trophies. Now, doing Explore 3 run gives you 3 trophies. And one of the best ways to get trophies in the game now is when they added it to Explore. Doing Explore difficulty 5 to 8, I believe it is, or 5 to 9, gives you 2 trophies. So you can quick kill Phoenicia, Explore 5 or 6, and gain 2 trophies per win, which is 6 trophies per minute, which is, why did my brain just fail? Which is 360 trophies per hour. Which is quite substantially higher. Because I believe the best method previously to that was around 120-ish trophies per hour? Maybe 180, actually. Like, closer to around 180-ish, 240-ish trophies per hour. But it went all the way up to 360 when they added the double trophy thingy. It also made it a lot easier to passively get trophies, because they made sure that literally every battle in the game gives trophies now. Whereas back in the day, you would really only get trophies from doing PvP or Guild Wars. Basically wherever a pet gnome is, were the only locations where you would also only get trophies. But in the current state of Gems of War, you can get trophies like by doing anything, pretty much. And actually, literally anything. I don't think there's a single exception. Other than Treasure Hunt, because of course Treasure Hunt doesn't have anything good. Still the most useless game mode. Hopefully it'll fix that in an update at some point. I don't think we're getting the update this year though, unfortunately. Definitely need it though. Nope, we're just hardcore crest grinders. Nice. Is there, what's the I don't even know this answer to this, which is kind of funny. What is our requirement for the guild for crests in Puzzle Quest 3 right now? Because I remember in the past it was only like a few hundred or something. Though I'm actually not sure what it is in the current state of the game. Or how much easier it might be to get. Because the number we had before was also before we had the speed up option. Alright, our requirement's still only 400. Which I've not been doing. But, okay. So yeah, some of you guys are grinding like crazy high amounts then. Good job, Kaki, Isabel, and everyone else. Okay, so yeah, our requirement's unchanged then. Some people are just grinding very, very heavy amounts. Oh wait, are we still the king again? Did they actually get that fixed with the support ticket? Because I know there was an issue at one point where we got demoted. Let's see. We'll take that over. I feel like 400 is a pretty fine amount for it. I almost felt like lowering it to 300. I'm not sure how recruitment's going in that game. I guess 300 is definitely a bit more doable. Oh, it still has you as the only leader. That's funny. From when that issue happened earlier. Oh, we can always fix it with a support ticket whenever. As long as you don't demote us further so someone randomly kicks us. Because I believe someone other than the leader has capability of kicking. We're the same rank as Cookie? Wait, are we the same level as Cookie? Are we still one of the highest levels in the guild? Because I'm pretty sure some people are past this by now, I would sure assume. Because we did a lot of grinding back then. It was also easier to get levels at the time. And now it's a bit harder to get levels unless they tweaked it. But just one thing that was kind of disappointing too. Like, they drastically reduced down XP gains in that game. Compared to where it was. Which is kind of weird, because Gems of War has always made those things higher. Like, pretty much every rate of accumulation in Gems of War has only ever gone up. It has never gone down. The rate at which you can accumulate gems, which is huge, has always gone up. The rate that you can accumulate EXP has gone up. The only thing that's technically gone down is soul rate. The current rate of souls, if doing a designated soul farming team, is about 5,000 to 10,000 slower per hour than the best rate that ever existed in the game. However, there's generally no point in ever directly soul farming in the current state of the game, so it doesn't really matter too much. Because you get so many from Nomapaloozas and, you know, just passively from Soul Gnome, that you don't need a designated soul farming team necessarily in the current state of Gems of War. Whereas back in the day you did, before, you know, Soul Gnome existed or Nomapalooza existed and all that kind of stuff. But nowadays you get enough passively from those kind of things, it's kind of fine, without needing to go too far out of the way. But that is the only resource rate, I'm pretty sure, in the entire game that has ever gone down. Technically gold farming as well, but not by much. Because both of them took a little bit of a hit compared to their best optimal condition. But everything else has gone up. And the most important one of those is gems, which I'm actually still surprised to this day. The accumulation of gems, like the number that you can get per hour, per day, per everything, has gone up. They've never toned it down. And I'm very surprised by that for a free-to-play game. The premium currency just being easier to accumulate over time. It's something that normally does not happen. Yeah, they did nerf gold. Gold used to be, I want to say 20 to 30% higher per hour than what it is now. Probably 20%. Compared to the best rate that was ever possible. There's also a really weird mechanic way back in the day that they nerfed after a couple months that I think could do almost 1,000,000 gold per hour, but it required you to do a lot of really weird shenanigans to get the setup for it. Because back in the day, the amount of gold someone had set as tribute could be stolen, but the game wouldn't update that number when you did it, so you could keep stealing their full amount of gold. And if someone was, you know, sitting there with thousands upon thousands, you can get like 10,000 for a single battle, and then keep like exploiting the system to keep getting like 10,000 per battle. And obviously that'd be a lot of gold per hour if you could get like 10,000 something gold per battle very quickly. And some people found a way to exploit that very well. That's actually how the first person, I'm pretty sure, got 1,000,000,000 gold in the game, because someone did go for 1,000,000,000 gold. Which I haven't even donated total to my guild currently in the 6 years that we've created it. But there was someone who got 1,000,000,000 in like a few months using some kind of method similar to that back in the day. Where you could steal all the gold from a thing, but it didn't actually update the number properly. So you could keep stealing the gold over and over again if you kept getting the same people as your opponents. Because to this day, in the... how many days has it been? In the 2,176 days since we have created this guild, we only have donated not even 1,000,000,000 gold. Like if I go check the number, I think it's like 2/3 of 1,000,000,000. It is 500 million. But someone did that in like a few months, like 1,000,000,000 gold. Not even like donated to a guild, just on hand. Oh, there's the cloud. Yeah, there's the cloud that Isabel showed. Yeah, look, there's everyone in the guild who got the cloud earlier. Oh, I missed out on the cloud. Oh. Unfortunate. Anyways, I'm gonna go claim my seals, which is something I always forget to do every single week. Speaking of which, I never did wear the egg. I'm still using the Easter outfit, which is kind of funny because this egg is also technically somewhat Easter themed. So I technically don't even need to change the rest of my outfit. I'm just gonna go with it. Where's the egg? Where is the egg? I'm about to just type in shimmer skill. There it is. I shall equip the egg. There we go. We now have an egg on our shoulder. Just random egg. Those are my random shoulder egg. Don't you have a shoulder egg? Like so funny. Instead of a parrot or something else, we just have a random egg. The parrot hasn't hatched yet. It's a work in progress. It's getting there. You were sleeping on the cloud? Yeah, same. It happened at like 3 or 4 a.m. Eastern United States time or something. So a lot of people in the guild probably missed it unless they were a different time zone. Or up in the middle of the night. Which some people are. Sometimes I am too, depending on my sleep cycle. Let's see. Can you rename all the ranks to glitter dragons? For what? Puzzle Quest 3? Can you actually rename the ranks? Well, don't make them all the same. Make each one like different ones. But you can rename one of them glitter dragons if you want. I don't see why not. But don't make them all the same. Also, some people might not like them being named like that. So maybe just rename yourself that or something. I'm not sure. Oh, you're just kidding. Actually, I'm not even sure what the naming convention even is in our Puzzle Quest 3 guild right now. Actually, forgot you could even change it. Oh, that's not the target I want, unless that was a new feature they added. Because I don't think I've ever changed it from the default. Same as for the Gems of War guild. The naming convention we have set up is actually not changed from the default. They had multiple different defaults that you can have, and it's one of the default sets. You're using the Gems of War names, that makes sense. Yeah, I need to check that later. Actually, let me go check it right now. I'm actually really curious. So you said the most recent update actually made us #1 for the thingy. Let me see if I can go find it real quick. First we need to go update it though. It's a pretty small update. It's almost already updated. I literally click the update button and it's almost done updating already. But I kind of want to go look at it now. To see the guild's accomplishments. Though I want to see what happened to the other guild. I assume they would still be active. Though looking at their number wouldn't really tell me much. Looking at their number over time would. But just looking at their number wouldn't actually give much info. I'll look at that later. I just wanted to look at the one thingy. Let me go click the play button. I should probably go end the Gems of War thingy. Or not end it, but you know. Turn off the game thing. Actually, is that hiding my view? Is that actually hiding our stream thing? No, it's not. Okay. That's good. Oh, it's about to in a second. Let's see what happens if I X out of Gems of War, if it'll actually just pop up. I can't remember if I have it set up to do so. I sure hope so. Otherwise, we're going to need to do shenanigans on our other side. Oh, wait. It's actually clicking through. I accidentally just opened a chest. Luckily, it was already openable. You can probably hear the noise in the background. That's funny. My clicks were actually going through onto the other game. Alright, let me go look at this real quick. Let's see. Is it showing up on screen? No. Let me fix that. 1 second. Add. Window capture. I'm just going... Oh, wait. There's a Puzzle Quest 3 game. Oh, it might not be set up to the right thing, though. Why on earth is that so broken? Let's see. Oh, I need compatibility on it. There we go. Aha. Success. There we go. That should be good enough. Anyways, where were we? Let's see. So that was a random chest that got opened. Season 1.1. They're really trying to stay onto that one number, aren't they? We got 1 billion mails. Collect all. Give me all the mail. So much mail. Alright, so where's this thing that shows the thing? So apparently they added some kind of guild feature. So season crest 0 because I haven't done any weekly crests. I assume that's my entire guild. Total crests. Oh yeah, let's see. Rank number 1. Leaderboards. There it is. Throne of Odin. Yeah, that was the other guild I was talking about that was really high. That at one point I think was like passing us or really close. Gosh, look at the margin of difference. Oh gosh. Is this how inactive the guild is right now? Or the game? It's showing top 50. And there aren't even like 50 guilds. Has there always been that few guilds? I could have sworn there would have been more. Is there really that few? That top 50 is showing that. Also interesting that it shows top 50 instead of top 25 like Gems of War. Because Gems of War shows up to this point. Someone called it League of Legends. It kind of cuts off the name. Though ours barely fits. Same as Throne of Eden's. But yeah, we are 400,000 above. Almost 400,000. Though I wonder if that will make them a lot more competitive. You've lost connection. Good job. Anyways, that's all I wanted to check anyways. So, I'll just X out. I literally lost connection. What a great way to come back. That's Puzzle Quest 3 in a nutshell. Log in, lose connection within a minute. That sounds about right. Anyways, back to Gems of War. I would not expect anything less from Puzzle Quest 3. Did they ever fix the co-op connection? Because I would love to see them implement something like that to Gems of War. Because honestly, out of every feature in Puzzle Quest 3, aside from some of the gameplay mechanics, like as far as actual features, the co-op that was in Puzzle Quest 3 was so much fun. Back when it was working correctly at launch, or beta launch. It's been better. That's good. Because I really wish they would add something like that to Gems of War. I'm not sure if they ever will. But it was such a good side mode. Like, we need some kind of minigame that you could do that for in Gems of War. Because we don't really have proper co-op in Gems of War. Like the way that they implemented it there. Like the closest we have is like Tower of Doom, if you can even call that co-op. Whereas the way that Puzzle Quest 3 implemented it, where you're kind of fighting the same battle simultaneously, was really good. I'm not sure how you would implement that in Gems of War, because the way that they did it in Puzzle Quest 3 would not work in Gems of War. Just because the battle style is different. You can pick backdrops and customs. Nice. See, they added a lot more guild features then. I'll look into it more later. Oh yeah, Dragon Rest Temple had a pretty cool background. Oh, so hello Justin, welcome. Any tips on leveling individual classes? Generally Rowan build tends to be one of the easiest ways to get EXP for any class, as it is interchangeable to any class without making any change other than just changing the hero class itself. I can show the exact team in a moment as we clear out this battle. But generally Rowan build ends up doing that. Hey, we got another Anu, perfect, nice. Alright, let me go show the team real quick. Let's just do it in Cinemirage. You can do it pretty much anywhere though. But generally you want to do it on Explore 2, 3, or 4, whatever you can actually kill. This one's currently set to 1, but this is the same thing. But yeah, here's the team. Normally run it with Black Manacle, though as long as you're not blocking Rowan, you can run almost any hero weapon first slot. Banners normally the following. We normally just have it set because we're doing other objectives. And there's the team. And you can run any hero class. Which one did you mention? Right now you're using a Phylactery Fairish Raw team. Oh yeah, that's still pretty good to gain souls while doing so. Our Fairish Raw Phylactery team is this one over here. We run Judge of the Dead Phylactery Fairish Raw Leprechaun. However, if you're looking for just general class XP, you can run it with this. And this is interchangeable to any class. So let's say we want to go and level up, I don't know, what's one you might level that's useless? Or, you know, you don't want to do the better ones first, but let's just say Sentinel. Well, Sentinel's not useless. Let's say we want to level up Sentinel. Let's just click Sentinel. It doesn't really matter which hero class we click, they all work. And you basically just cast Rowan, or you basically just cast Leprechaun to cast Rowan and then win. And that's pretty much the entire battle. You just do that over and over again to get class XP. You can try doing it on repick on casual PvP to try to get more XP. So for example, right here, until we keep getting a weak battle on this battle, this actually gives you 2 XP per battle instead of 1. The only problem is you have to find a weak enough battle that you can one-shot, and depending on what point you're in the game, that might not be too possible. As you can see here, here's an easy battle we can one-shot, and instead of getting 1 class XP, we get 2 class XP. And if you keep doing that and just keep trying to re-roll and finding really easy opponents, it works best when your score is really low. Like the lower this number is, ideally around the 500 to 600 range, the weaker your opponents will be, which is why we're actually finding some pretty weak ones right now, because it does take your PvP rating into account. Whatever this number is, your PvP rating at a given moment, like this one right there, whatever that number is taken into account for what opponents you get. And since we've only won 1 battle, our rating is very, very low. So we get to find very weak opponents. This doesn't really work too well on a Guild War week, because your score is going to be very inflated because Guild War is constantly giving you score. But on a non-Guild War week, you can keep your rating really low and just keep getting opponents like this that you can keep farming 2 class XP on. And it's actually the quickest way to do it in the game, doing this team and doing this. The only problem is it requires a lot more work than just spamming Explore, since you constantly have to keep repicking and checking the team and, you know, making sure that you actually can. Like right here, we have to repick, but then you get another quick battle and just go get 2 XP again. And this is the quickest way to get XP. It's roughly about 8 class XP per hour? I mean, per minute, I mean. It's like 6 to 8. It can vary based on several factors. But you just keep doing that over and over again. That one's probably even weak enough for us to one-shot. And if not, you just keep repicking until you can one-shot it. But yeah, that's how you farm class XP these days. That or just spam it in a low-level Explorer, whichever one you prefer. The low-level Explorer one's a lot easier to chain together because it requires less thinking. But if you're like really active, or you know, if you want to like fully focus, the PvP method is quicker. It just requires a lot more thinking and clicking, so it's harder to multitask with. But yeah, those are like the 2 main methods, I would say. And it seems pretty accessible. Everything on is pretty easy. Black Mantle you get automatically, though any hero weapon would work as long as it's not blocking Rowan. You need Rowan, which you get for free from Forest of Thorns. Mirage Queen's like the only thing you really need to go out of your way for, which you get from Sunken Fleet faction by throwing Chaos Shards there, and getting it fully traded so you have half mana start. That's like the only hard one to get. And though it's not even too hard. It's mostly the trade stones that's hard. And then lastly, Leprechaun, which normally you have to get in random drop table. However, anyone who doesn't have Leprechaun yet, it is in event key drop table this week. Highly advise getting it. Like, you open like 5 event keys, you're probably getting a Leprechaun. They're very common in the drop table right now, because we got Bright Forest week. If anyone else does any other questions or anything you want me to go over, do let me know, and we'll make sure to do so. Also, we didn't leave Mimicless to stream, which is nice. It seems like we haven't been getting that many Mimics lately. Probably because we haven't been farming for Mimics too much lately. How best to get honor? Honor. You mean glory? I was thinking of a different currency. Do you mean glory? Isn't honor a currency? I'm trying to think of what honor is. Why am I going a blank? I also mean glory. The main way to get glory is glory gnomes, if that is the question, though. Which you can't really like influence if you get or not. You mostly just have to wait for vault key events, for vault weekends. The next one I believe is sometime in July. I actually can't remember the date. It's one of the weekends in July. I think it's like the 3rd or 4th weekend. But oh, not glory? Okay, what do you mean by why do I completely throw a blank on what honor is? Let's see, we'll take that out. Take our skull there. The 5 gold hearts. Now I'm even more confused. Oh! You mean the Renown system. Okay, I know what that is now. But yeah, you're referring to the Renown system. Or I think that's what it's called, isn't it? It's called, yeah, I think it's called Renown. Anyways, but yeah, to get revered and all that. But yeah, as far as getting that, the only way you can really farm it is go into global chat. Ideally global chat 1. I believe there's a honor trading channel. I don't know which one that is. But like go into global chat 1 and say, can you give me honor? I'm not gonna say that now because we already have it maxed. But like go into a couple things and like who wants to trade honor or something like that. Realistically, that's the only way of getting it unless someone just like randomly gives it to you. But yeah, that's basically the main way to get it, if that's the thing you're referring to. Oh, we maxed this a while ago. I don't know, does it show? I always saw this showed 3 icons here, not 5. But, because if you don't have revered, I'm pretty sure it shows like 3 dots. Actually, I can go show it with someone else in chat. As long as 3, not 5. Like, if I show it off of this person, I could see, yeah, it has 3 little symbol thingies for how far progress you're on, the current state of it. But you get it randomly from people. The easiest way to get more is just be in global chat, pretty much. However, you can also just try asking for it. I believe there's also an honor trading channel. You can also do it in your own guild to try to get more of it. But there isn't really a direct way other than like asking for it in the current state of the game, because most people don't naturally hand it out these days. I don't think I've handed out in like a year now. The little honor thingies. Also because a lot of people who've been active have already gotten it max, but obviously new players still need it. Because it was really easy to max the first few months because everyone was handing it out like crazy. But now it's one of those systems in the game that is kind of just there. Oh, it does give you a pet and a few other rewards. It actually gives you some gem keys and some other things over the course of a week as well. Definitely adds up. Gives you like some extra gold and gem keys. The gold not being that much, but the gem keys, I think it's like 3 gem keys per week when you have it max. Which isn't a lot, but it's more than not 3 gem keys. It's basically like how many you might get from redeeming our codes every single week. Because normally we hand out like 7 or 8 of them a week. I'm pretty sure most people don't claim all of them. He just killed himself off Reflect. That we got from a good gargoyle gem. What a way to die. You recommend Global Chat 777? Oh, is that a good one for it? Yeah, I know there's a few global chats designated to trading honor. I'm just not too privy on which ones are which because I don't need them. So I normally don't keep track of them. But I know there are a few that are specifically designated to trading honor. But apparently 777 is one of them. Great number to honor trade in. Is there actually a document anywheres that lists out like what every single global chat is for? Because there's a few hundreds of them that have a certain purpose, like a certain language or, you know, trading honor, or I'm pretty sure there might even be a guild recruitment one. Though generally that's global chat 1 or 2, realistically. Wait. Puzzle Quest 3 is auto battle for everything now except PvP? Hold up, that's huge. You mean I don't have to play the game? Wait, that's also problematic though. Because how's your team gonna win on the harder battles? You're just gonna get obliterated. Still, I'm curious to see how that works. Because you're still gonna have to do harder challenges, because even while playing, you can still easily lose. And there's no way an AI is gonna be good enough. But I might need to mess with that later. You mean I could play the game without playing the game? That's great, because I currently don't play the game. Let's see. We'll take that over. Oh, is that a list of all the chat channels? Thank you. Wait, why is it on Zendesk? Do the devs themselves keep track of it? Or did they like set a thing like, hey, here's some channels that you could do? Oh, they actually set up some language categories? Interesting. Does anyone even follow those though? Interesting. Interesting. I wish the game would show it better. Like if the community has like certain channels that are used for something, I wish it could just be marked in the game. And as a community, we just agree like, hey, this channel is used for this. But still have like several hundred spears. All the way at the end. Did I max the pet? No, I did not max the pet. You can get it at any point, so I didn't figure I'd max it. It's also a very bad bonus. Like, extra stats on Shimmer skill does basically nothing. I also already have 4 max pet for the kingdom. So we wouldn't even need it for kingdom upgrading purposes. There's pretty much no point in me upgrading the pet. I was gonna let it naturally get upgraded over time. These all 6 of them are in drop table right now. My guild got the cloud last weekend. I wasn't around though. Like, they are in drop table. It's just they're very rare because of how many pets are in the drop table. You're almost at 3,200 pet mastery. Nice. I think that's high. I don't even remember what I'm at. I don't even think I'm past 3,000 yet. I think I'm at like mid 2,000s or something. Oh yeah, I'm in like slightly higher than mid 2,000s. Could be at 3,000 at some point though. Alright, where's Sword's Edge? I think we'll go for one more drop. And we'll make that the final chest for now. Yeah, 3,200 is pretty high. Because once you get to a certain point, it's hard to get much higher. So every 100 is like a really big amount. I feel like that's somewhat close to that point. Oh yeah, you can't really do... Oh yeah, I could have went off the skull! Gosh, I do that so often. Luckily we got lucky off the sky. Can I see my masteries? Sure. My masteries are over here. It's very heavily invested in purple. So that we could have the highest purple surge chance in the game. And it technically makes our account weaker because we have like 1% lower surge on everything else. Like we'd be at 66% on everything if we divided it evenly. So we're getting less value by having it all in purple. But it gives us the highest purple surge chance in the game, which is actually pretty convenient because there's some really strong purple builds. The reason we initially did it because they're back in the day, it was better. Like the purple weapons that were available were like some of the better ones. So I just targeted purple initially. And then after that point, I was already targeting purple. So I figured, why don't I just keep targeting purple? And here we are like 7 years later, still targeting purple. Whenever we level up and there's a purple option, we have always taken purple 100% of the time. There's not really any reason to. It's actually stronger if you keep your account perfectly even on all of them. But I went all in on purple. We still do it to this day. They never added a ability to reset that though, oddly enough. It was something requested for quite a bit at launch, but they never did it. Though in the current state of the game, masteries are pretty much irrelevant. Oh gosh, it's such a bad chest. We will end it there though, I think. But anyways, guys, thank you all for stopping by. We will be back tomorrow, same time as always, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 1 hour prior to now tomorrow. We're mostly going to be messing with the class event, and then Friday we have our faction with a new deep delve and a new troop. Fortunately, troop's pretty bad, but we'll see what the deep delve is. Who knows? Eventually, they're going to add a really good deep delve. Obviously, the one we already had is pretty bad. I'm pretty sure the next one might also be bad, but we will eventually get one that is like better than City of Thieves farming. So I'll have to wait and see. As far as midday stream, we'll probably be doing Fall Guys tomorrow. I think they have some kind of event going on, so we'll do that for like a couple hours and go from there. And who knows? Maybe we'll do Puzzle Quest 3 soon too. Who knows? Maybe we'll do that on Friday. We might do Puzzle Quest 3 this Friday as like a small midday stream. Because I kind of want to see some of the things that they changed, and that would also give me a time to kind of look at what they did, just to kind of revisit Puzzle Quest 3. So I might have a little stream of that this Friday, just to kind of see where the current state of the game is. But as far as midday streams, it's pretty much our game plan. And we'll do Fall Guys tomorrow, Puzzle Quest 3 Friday, and then Saturday and Sunday we're finally finishing 3 Hopes, which we finished the second playthrough today, and we'll finish the third playthrough this weekend. And that's pretty much the game plan. And of course we'll be doing Gems of War every single night, as we always do. Anyways, guys, have a wonderful week. Catch you guys soon, and goodbye, everyone. Thanks for watching. We only missed 2 Puzzle Quest 3 patches. Yeah, I'm pretty sure not too much has changed, though. Pretty sure good. Well, I don't know. They've been adding a lot of auto battle stuff and quality of life. So at least they're getting that time to grind down, if nothing else. But anyways, guys, I'll catch you guys later. Goodbye.